She didn't apologize, she explained, and for a long time, I thought that was enough. I sat there, listening, for what felt like an eternity, as the words just poured out of her. It was a flood of explanations, a tidal wave of justifications. She talked about the immense pressure she was under at work, the deadlines, the expectations from everyone. She painted a vivid picture of her stress, how it was this constant weight on her shoulders, pushing her down, making her feel like she couldn't breathe. Then the conversation shifted. She started talking about loneliness. Not just being alone, but a deep, aching feeling of isolation. She described feeling invisible, like she was moving through the world and nobody really saw her. She spoke of craving a connection, any connection, that would make her feel like she mattered. It was a sad story, and I felt a pang of sympathy. She was trying to make me understand the why behind what she did. She was laying out all the pieces, all the contributing factors, all the little moments that led to the big one. She talked about her mistakes, framing them as missteps on a difficult path. She said she never intended to hurt me, that it was a moment of weakness, a lapse in judgment fueled by everything else she was going through. It was all about her perspective, her feelings, her struggles, and for hours, I listened. I nodded. I tried to understand. I wanted to understand, because understanding felt like the first step toward forgiveness, toward fixing what was broken. But as the hours turned into a blur and the explanations started to repeat themselves, a cold realization washed over me. Explanations don't heal betrayal. They don't stitch up the wound that's been torn open. They don't erase the feeling of being lied to, of having your trust shattered into a million tiny pieces. What I needed wasn't a story. What I needed wasn't a list of reasons. I needed an apology, a real one. A genuine apology says, I see your pain, I know I caused it, and I am deeply sorry. It's about acknowledging the hurt you've inflicted on another person. But when someone explains, instead of apologizing, they're not focused on your pain. They're focused on their own narrative. They're trying to manage your perception of them. They're protecting themselves, their ego, their self-image. They're not protecting you. And that's the hardest truth to accept. Because while their story might be true, it doesn't change the fact that yours is too. And your story is one of hurt. If you appreciate honest stories like this, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.